So I haven't used one of these in a very long time. Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Patrice, and today we are going to be unboxing a package from Htvront. Htvront sent me one of their latest gadgets to test it out and review, and it happens to be something that I have not used in quite a bit of time. It is going to be a handheld heat press. Now, this is their latest heat press. It's a 12 by 10 inch heat press. It is the Htvront H10, and we're going to unbox this and test it out. All right, y'all, so we're gonna test this out with a few of my favorite items just to see how this works. Let's get started. All right, y'all, so here is the Htvront H10 12 by 10 heat press. There should be a real-time display. It's a 12 by 10 inch heat plate. It should evenly distribute the heat, and it auto shuts off in 15 minutes. So let's see. Let's see how this is going to go. Now, I haven't really used a handheld heat press in a while, unless it's one of the mini presses. So let's see if this is something that I would use in my business. So the first thing out of the box is the envelope from Htvront that contains the instructions and warranty information. Now, what I don't see in the box are a pair of gloves. Generally, when you're opening up an Htvront heat press, they include a pair of pink gloves. So they didn't include it with this heat press. But everything is super simple. It's really a plug and go type of heat press. And here we have the heat press. All right. So our note here, this hot surface, avoid contact. So I guess we can maybe put it right here. I think that might have shifted a bit. Not really sure, but we'll leave it like that. Now what I don't see here is a pressing pillow. So I would definitely want a pressing pillow with it. And there isn't one inside of the box. That was everything. So that's the only thing that I would say, because when you're pressing your shirts and things, you're not going to be using this to press it. This is just to house the heat press. So, all right, let's get something and try it out. All right, guys, so we have it plugged in, and this is the power button. We have a power button, we have the temperature control button, and also the timing button. And then this button is just for us to press it so that the timer will start. Okay, and of course you have your plus or minus symbols here, which can increase and or decrease the time and temperature. All right, so let's go ahead and turn this on. We're going to be pressing a DTF transfer first. So let's set the time and temperature. So the first thing we're going to do is set the temperature. We're going to increase that temperature to 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're going to set the time for, let's go with 25 seconds for now. This is what I would generally do whenever I'm pressing DTF. Okay, now we have a pound option here, so maybe that's to help us with pressure. So we're going to see how that's going to go. All right, y'all, so this is the card that has a QR code for instructions and things like that. So I just went ahead and scanned this QR code with my phone camera, and it pulled up the instructions for us. All right, guys, it took no time for this to heat up. All right, guys, so here is the pressing pillow that I will be using. I use this with my Htvront Auto Press, and we're going to be pressing a sweatshirt. Here's the sweatshirt we'll be pressing, and I am just going to give this a lint roll. Okay, we're going to lint roll it. Here's my lint roller. I'm just lint rolling the area that we're going to be pressing. And the next thing I want to do is I'm going to get the heat press, and we're just going to give it a pre-press. Okay, so I'm just going to bring it over here, and we're just going to press it. We're going to give it a nice little press. All right, guys, so this is the image that we're going to be pressing onto the sweatshirt. I am going to make sure it's secure by using some heat tape. Okay, so I'm just going to put heat tape on the sweatshirt so that it does not shift. Like, I don't want it to shift as I'm pressing down on it. Okay, now this does look like this image is a little bit maybe oversized for this. Who knows? But we'll see. Okay. I'm also going to put a little bit of this Teflon sheet on top of here just because I feel a little bit of glue there. All right, so let's get ready to press this. So if I press it like this, you guys see that it's too long that way. So I'm just going to press it this way. Okay, and we're going to press start. And as you see, I'm applying pressure as I'm holding it down. So you see that pound button? That's the pressure. So right now it says it's about 26, 25, 23. It's kind of fluctuating. But depending on how hard I press down, that number will fluctuate. Okay? All right, that was 25 seconds. We're going to move this off. And then we're going to let this cool off. All right, guys, so we let it cool off. And we're going to peel it and see how it adhered to the sweatshirt. So I'm just going to go in a downward motion. That's the peel. All right, that looks good. The next thing I'm going to do is grab our Teflon sheet. And we're going to give it a second press for about 10 seconds. All right. You can stop at 10 seconds, but I'm just going to keep going just because I'm using this one, this heat press. All right, let's press the bottom. And I'm actually getting this pressure because I'm standing on my tippy toes. All right. Oh, that feels good. It looks good. That's what we have. It's nice and adhered to the sweatshirt. That's for certain. I was looking for that texture that we usually get with that second press. I can see it a little. All right, guys, that turned out wonderful. The next thing we're going to try is a little bit of bling. So I'm just brushing in this template. This particular template is from one of my bling boxes, so it is not available for sale anywhere. I started out using the icy crystal rhinestones from the baby's booty. All the rhinestones that I'm using today, they're from thebabiesbooty.com, so definitely check her out if you're interested. But I went ahead and I brushed that first layer in. I'm flipping it over, and the next color that I'm using is the new icy glass. This is a clear rhinestone. It's not the easiest rhinestone to brush. Well, it's easy to brush, however you can't really tell if you have it flipped on the wrong side, so you have to pay very close attention. And then I also use Icy Glass AB, which is also a newer color that I'm using to try out today. I haven't used them together like this yet. So we're going to go ahead. We're placing a piece of hot fix tape. And if this is your first time seeing bling, definitely check out some of my other videos. I have tons of bling videos and lives in case you want to learn exactly how to do this. All right, so now it's time for us to press this. And I'm going to leave that heat press at 325 degrees for 25 seconds. That's generally what I press it at with my other heat presses. Now, my other heat presses apply a little more pressure, so I'm going to have to at least try to press down hard onto this heat press. So if you have limited strength in your upper body, this particular heat press may be a little bit challenging for you if you're looking to get pressure. Now, if you're not looking to apply a lot of pressure to what you're pressing, then of course you can just sit it on top. But y'all, we are done with this, and look how pretty that looks, y'all. I had to slow down this video so that you guys can bask in all of this iciness. It looks so good. Like, I switched the colors up on this design and I'm very happy with it. And I'm getting my winter, icy winter vibes with this, yet still remaining cozy with this sweatshirt. So everything looks good. Very happy with the outcome. Child, the Htvront has made me pull out the HTV, and hopefully this HTV isn't expired, but y'all, the way that it was weeding, it felt like it was like, sis, throw this away. But nonetheless, we kept moving forward because I didn't have any more red HTV. I haven't really been in my HTV era, but after doing this project, I just might be. So we're going to go ahead and make a shirt using two different HTVs. We're using regular iron-on HTV. Well, I don't know. It's iron-on, but I don't know I don't know the brand. And then we're also going to be using some Caesar glitter HTV. I cut these pieces out with my Caesar Romeo, but y'all, let's go ahead. Everything we did okay. I didn't we're not even gonna talk about the pressure that I used on the cutter, but all right, so now let's get ready to press this. I'm getting that mat out. Remember, you need a mat. They don't include one with this machine. I do think this is a good beginner type of machine, and also for you to have in your arsenal of heat presses, just in case. You never know, you may have a project that just won't fit underneath the big heat press that you may have, and you may need to do it in parts. So sometimes it's good to have these types of heat presses. I have a few of them. I don't use them often, but I do have a few. Y'all, this is looking so good. So I kept my time and temperature the same because I just didn't know what brand HTV this was, but you always want to make sure that you check your time and temps and whether it's a hot peel or cold peel. So I had to fetch the offset for the period outside of the trash because guess what? I forgot to weed that out. But nonetheless, as you see here, I'm struggling a bit with peeling this transfer mask off of the HTV, off of the shirt. It's just giving me a super duper hard time. So I did go ahead and press it again for a little bit because I was just struggling with peeling it off, and I didn't know if it was a cold peel, hot peel. I did wait for it to peel cold, but I eventually was able to get it off. This HTV, y'all, gave me a run for my money, so I probably need to just trash it. But nonetheless, I was able to get it off, and y'all, I'm loving the outcome. It looks super duper good. I went ahead and placed that offset of the period back onto the shirt, and I'm pressing it. I put a piece of parchment paper on top of it, and then I pressed it just to protect my heat press, and also, you know, just to make sure that everything went as expected. And y'all, I love how this came out. I really love this shirt. If I wasn't so much in love with bling, this would definitely be my favorite shirt of everything that I've made so far. It looks super duper good. I almost forgot about sublimation, but it's only right that I show you guys how this heat press works with sublimation. So I went ahead, I pulled everything back out, I printed out an image. This image came from off of Creative Fabrica as well. I placed a piece of regular copy paper down on my board because I could not find my butcher roll. I could not find it. So I went ahead and placed a piece of copy paper in the back of that shirt because, as you see, that shirt is kind of thin. This is a 100% polyester shirt. I went ahead and lint rolled the shirt, and I'm going to give it a pre-press. Now I adjusted the temperature to 385 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're going to be pressing this for 45 seconds. All right, so I went ahead and placed that image on top, and I secured it with some heat tape, so of course that it does not shift. I placed another piece of copy paper on top just so that I can catch any of that ink, because I am using A-Sub sublimation paper, and that paper is known to bleed when pressing sublimation. All right, so let's see how this turned out. And oh, y'all, I had to peek and see just to make sure that I had a good transfer, and everything looks good. Those colors transferred beautifully. All right, y'all, so we are all done with doing most of the things with the new Htvront H10 12x10 heat press, and it's pretty decent. It's a good heat press. You can get some things done. As you guys saw, we did quite a few things with this handheld heat press. Now, are handheld heat presses for me? Not necessarily. The one good thing about these types of heat presses is that it's super duper mobile. Like, you can take it anywhere you're going and you can actually use it. This particular heat press lets you know the amount of pressure that's being applied to the item. So I think that that is an upgrade in the handheld heat press world. However, I do prefer a nice sturdy heat press that's going to sit on top of my desk and just crank out the work, and I don't necessarily have to stand over it. But nonetheless, this came out really good. This was the sublimation print, and y'all, the sublimation transferred beautifully. I didn't have to do too much. I set that temperature at 385, pressed it for 45 seconds, and we had a beautiful transfer. There wasn't any ink left on that paper, and I'm really happy with the color output here. The other thing that we did was DTF. And of course, I had to try DTF because that's what I'm doing a lot of And this transferred really beautifully to this sweatshirt. It feels good. That second press really, really gave me what I was looking for. And I absolutely love how this shirt came out. This sweatshirt. This might be my favorite shirt. All right, this one might be my favorite shirt, and this is HTV. I'm like, Htvront, you're about to make me fall back in love with HTV, because let me just tell y'all, I started out with HTV, and I started out with an easy press just like the Htvront H10 12 by 10 heat press. Now, it didn't have the handles at the top like that, where you can, like, you know, you could always apply pressure, but this one is letting you know the amount of pressure that you're applying to the item. So y'all, but this looks super cute. I gotta bring this up closer so you can see. But look how this looks, y'all. Look at that glitter. That glitter is looking really, really good. I love how this came out. Absolutely love how this came out. Might be my favorite. Might be my favorite. And then, well, it's my favorite until I got to this one. So this is the bling, y'all. And that bling came out really, really good on this sweatshirt using the Htvront H10 heat press. I was really, really surprised. I didn't have any issues pressing this on. Everything is nice. I've been scratching it, like just seeing if any of those stones pop off. And y'all, these stones are on here. They're on here. They're adhered. Now, what I would suggest, if you are in the market for this type of heat press, I would just turn my item around and press it in the back, or maybe even turn it inside out and press it from inside out. So that way you're really, really helping to make sure that the HTV, the bling, or whatever you're going to be pressing onto these shirts, it's, you know, it gets that heat in the back. So I would do that just in case. But y'all, this came out so cute. It came out so cute. I love it, love it, love it. Now those other stones, you can't really see it right there, but now you can see it a little bit. I love how that came out. All right, so I will have a link listed below to the Htvront H10 12 by 10 heat press. There may also be a discount code listed below in the description as well. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give it a thumbs up. Also, make sure to head over to Facebook, to Instagram, and TikTok, and join the Craftable Things communities there as well. But that's it for today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.